Hello everybody, my name's Annemarie. Some of you might know me from the space, but I volunteer. And this afternoon I'd like to do a wee session of Capacitar, something called Tai Chi with the chakras. And this is very simple Tai Chi movements that I'll explain to you, and meditations, wee visualizations to help you just maintain that calmness and stillness. Don't worry about it too much, just go with it. If you get lost or you're in the wrong foot, doesn't matter. You know, just enjoy the experience. So if you're ready, here we go. So if you just stand with your feet hip width apart, and that you can do it sitting if you feel that you can't stand. And if you just want to put your shoulders back and down, head up slightly, and imagine that you're just about to sit down on a stool, you know, so gently soften your knees, not too much, just a little bit. Okay, and then just left hand over right, just fold your hand in front of your body, shoulders down. If you're able to close your eyes, gently close your eyes. If not, you can just soften your gaze and take a few deep calming breaths to get to your centre. This is your place, your centre. Gently open your eyes. Bring your hands to the side, and now we're going to think about our base chakra. This chakra is at the bottom of our bodies, if you think about there, and the colour is red. And what we're thinking about in this chakra is our connection to the earth, our home, where we live, and our connection with our bodies, being in our bodies. So we put our hands by our side, and this is a kind of rocking movement. We just rock forward and then backwards. Just gently waft your fingers through the air and then lower them. If you can, go up on your toes as you come up, and then go onto your heels as you come down. But really don't worry about this. If you can't do it, just keep your fingers moving. And if you can just let your arms float. And this is your connection with the earth, your body, how you feel at home, how safe and secure you are in your own body, in your home where you live. And just breathe in all that energy from the earth. And once more, and back to centre. The base chakra. So now we're moving on to the second chakra. And the second chakra is, you just put your hands below your navel and just cross them in the same way. Just put your feet hip width apart. This chakra, the colour you would like to think about is orange, a nice yellow, a nice mellow orange colour, like an autumn colour. And this is our centre of creativity, of emotional well-being, of sexuality. And this is how we also be our most creative, our creative centre. With this movement, what I'd like you to do is put your left foot forward, and then you just lift your hands up, lift up the energy from the earth, and just think of a shower of light and water flowing down to the ground. And just keep going with that movement. Let the energy flow through your fingers. And as you do this movement, just think about your creativity, your emotional well-being, your relationships, how you express yourself. Do you need more freedom to be who you are and give expression to yourself? And just gently let this waft over you, this wave of energy. And if you think of a shower of water, very gently cleansing this chakra, clearing out any blockages. Once more, and back to centre, the centre of your emotional well-being and creativity and sexuality. Now put your right foot out, and it's the exact same movement, lift up the energy from the earth, and this time we're thinking about how we create things, giving birth to children, giving birth to new ideas, new projects, all the creative things that you do, cooking, looking after your home, looking after your children. These are all to do with this chakra. going with this movement. And one more time. And back to centre. So that's our second chakra, our centre of sexuality, of creativity and emotional well-being. And now we move to just above our navel, just at the beginning of our sternum, our chest bone. And you just think this is our centre of power, where the fire in our belly is. And the colour for this is yellow, bright yellow, powerful. And this is how we use our power, our personal power. Are we able to use our power, or do we become victims, or do we overuse our power and become too aggressive? What we want to do is to balance this chakra and to empower ourselves. And the movement here is put your left foot forward, hands out as though they're resting on a table, and then just a very gentle circular movement. Just round in a circle. Circulating this energy of fire, of power, balancing this chakra, empowering ourselves. And back to centre. Now this time, if you put your right foot out and the opposite direction, and this time we look around and we think about all those around us, our families, our children, our friends, and all the powered relationships that we have. And we seek to be empowering. As we are empowered, we empower others and we teach them how to lead and be powerful. This is our third chakra. And once more, and back to centre. Now we're moving to our fifth chakra, which is our throat chakra. And this chakra is to do with communication and how we communicate with the world. The colour is blue of the sky when it's a nice day, sky blue. And the element is air, and we think about how we speak and communicate, and the movement is the flying movement. So what we do is just put this left foot forward again and just go through the air and think of yourself pushing out all those words that you would like to speak. Our truth, how we heal with words, and how we explain who we are and what we need. And we go high above all our problems and be at peace. And we also think about listening, deep listening to others and to ourselves, to our own voice. And once more, and back to centre. And with the right foot, we do the same movement, the flying movement, and this time we open the voice of the voiceless, of the people in the world whose voices are not heard, the powerless, the people who don't speak our language and who are often invisible. And we listen to the cries of the oppressed, to the poor. And once more, and back to centre. So that's the fifth chakra, and that is our centre of our communication and our voice and deep listening. And now we move up to the sixth chakra, which is between our eyebrows, and this is what you call the third eye. Then this is the centre of our intuition and deep wisdom. And what we do with this chakra, we lift the energy from the earth and we open up this chakra. The colour of this chakra is indigo blue, a deep purple blue. And we come up and we open up our insight, our intuition and our deep wisdom. And as we do this, we shine it out to the world. And we think how our lives would improve if we used and thought about the wisdom that we have inside. And back to centre. And this time with the right foot, we think again about the world and opening the intuition and wisdom of the world. politicians, of countries, of people in power. And once more, and back to centre. So now we've reached the 7th chakra. The 7th chakra is right at the crown of our head. It's often called the crown chakra, and this is our sacred connection to the divine. We have a power here that comes, a white lilac light that comes all the way down from the divine right through our whole bodies, and this is our connection with the divine. And what we want to do with this chakra, we put our foot forward, left foot forward, again we lift up the energy to the earth, and we open up this chakra, we open up this divinity, and we share it. We go round and share the energy and bring it back to earth. And once more we lift up this energy, and if you can, go up on your toes as we open it up, do so. If not, don't worry about it. And circulate the energy. You might be able to feel a lovely warm feeling around your head as you circulate this sacred energy, and then go back to centre. And now what we do is we lift up the energy from the earth, and we pull all those energies down into our bodies, into alignment. Once again, we pull that energy up and down through all the chakras. And once more, and pull them down. And this time what we want to do is share the energy with everybody else that we have now accumulated. So again, we lift up the energy, bring it down, and we share it. And back to centre. And now we do the movement of the passing clouds. We think of the red chakra, the base chakra. We think of the orange chakra, the 2nd chakra, our creativity. We think of the yellow chakra, our power. We move up to our hearts, green for healing and rose for compassionate love. And then we move up to our throats, the blue colour. Moving up to our 3rd eye, with the indigo colour, our wisdom and deep knowledge. And our 7th chakra, our connection to the divine. And we think of all these rainbow colours swirling around us and being in balance. And again we lift up the energy, we bring it down, we bring our hands together and say a blessing, Namaste. The divine in me greets the divine in you. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Annemarie. That was very inspiring. I'm sure we're all keen to try some Tai Chi. We can see on the screen now the chakras, the colours that Annemarie talked about and what each of them represents. If you get a chance to try some Tai Chi, please send a photo or video to julie@spaceglasgow.org.uk.